Excuses sound best to the person that's making them up. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get off the pity potty. Wake your ass up. Awaken the beast inside.
If you're an excuse maker and you say you want, the money, the girl, the car, the boy, the dream, the whatever it is, how many ifs and what ifs and fearful stories are you telling yourself to keep you stuck in the comfortable cage that you're in?
Well, excuses, to me, are the common denominator of failure because they paralyze us. When we give an excuse, it really rationalizes a mistake. When you give an excuse, either it's because you didn't do something you should have, you did something you shouldn't have, or you made a bad choice, or you would never use the excuse in the first place. So every excuse is, in essence, you wrapping your arm around acknowledging your own mistake.
People who make excuses are living in the dark and they cannot see. And in that darkness, they make up excuses. And when you make excuses, you get nowhere. Your whole life stops. Right at the excuse. It stops, nothing else happens.
The moment you make a big investment with your time, with your energy, or with your resources, your money, your protection mechanisms and patterns will show up in the surface, right? And you start freaking out. And when you're in that heat of the moment, that tension, there are two ways you can respond. Either you're gonna be an excuse maker or you're gonna be an action taker.
One thing we cannot do is make excuses for an adult. So a lot of times we get in a situation where we set standards and the person we're with refuses to elevate to those standards. And then what we do, instead of upholding our standards, we start making excuses. And we make excuses and we find things that tell us it's okay. And subconsciously, we are believing those things and we are accepting those things to be true because we fear the unknown. We fear leaving and having to start all over again.
How do you stop making excuses? This is actually pretty simple. And I said it the other day, and you have to realize, you have to know, you have to accept that all your excuses are lies.
How do I stop myself from thinking negative thoughts or doubting, or when I'm pulled toward thinking about that can't work, how is this going to work, and start doubting? Well, the answer is you need to get the ball of energy, the positive ball of energy, bigger than the negative ball of energy that you've been establishing your whole life. And that's pretty huge at this point.
Whatever the case may be, people will say anything because they're not winning at a game that they want to be in, so they're looking for an excuse. Don't fall into that type of behavior. It's easy to do, it's easy to make excuses, it's easy to give up, but when you do that, all you're doing is leaving yourself to be bitter, angry, and without anything that you actually wanted to have.
When you make excuses, you get nothing done. You're just going in a circle and nothing is really happening. And you tell yourself how busy you are, but yet you're not that busy. You have that time to do the things you really want to do that don't mean a thing. It doesn't mean a thing, and you get those things done.
Stop making excuses. Stop embracing other people's excuses. Stop believing things that absolve you of any responsibility for your own life. Because the reality of the situation is, it just leaves you bitter, broken, and without anything that you actually wanted.
Stop being an excuse maker and start being an action taker. How? By investing in yourself. There's nothing that will reveal more about your character and how you show up for yourself and for the people that you love better than how you choose to invest.
The excuses are not valid. They aren't. They're trumped up. They're conjured up. They're fabricated. They're lies. And how do you stop the lies? You stop the lies with the truth. The truth. The truth will set you free. The truth will stand, and the truth will deliver you from procrastination and laziness and the downward spiral that comes with a lack of discipline.